What's up, y'all? We back at it, man. We have the final episode of The Boys. After 7 years, it finally comes to an end. And I gotta say, I like the ending. Despite what some people may say or what they were expecting, I thought this was a pretty good ending. I'm not gonna say I was sad. I was happy about some of the things that happened, but I did overall like this ending. And it's crazy because the way this ending was, it was certain characters where their demise or their end had me feeling sad. Particularly the Deep. He's a character I couldn't stand. The Deep was just so irritating to me. And just this scene where Homelander is telling him like, yo, he thinks that he's the worst person in the world. Like he's just beneath him. He's just the only reason he even kept him alive is so that he can realize how much no one cares for him. I just thought that was, yo, that was so brutal. I felt so sorry for him in this moment right here. And then him like still not realizing that he can choose to follow someone else and he believes that, Starlight is the reason he's going through all of this. It's just really crazy. Like he's blaming her. He's saying like, "Yo, this is a test. Me killing Starlight will get me back in the good graces of Homelander." And it's just like, "Yo, dude, like I want to root for you. I want you to do better, but you just keep going back to that hole. You keep digging yourself back into that hole, and it's just like, damn, man, that's deep. I want so much for you." And then you have this battle where he's facing off against Starlight. And then you have this battle right here where Butcher versus Homelander. Homelander pretty much telling the world if they're not going to get down with him, he's going to wipe them all out. And you just have this scene right here, oh man, where these two begin to fight. Like, I don't know. I just love the whole dynamic between Butcher and Homelander and how they're like, yo, we're gonna scorch the earth. It'll just be the two of us duking it out to the bitter end. I really like that whole concept. And then you got, of course, Kamiko is there as well. But then you have the scene where Starlight knocks the Deep into the water, and then you have all these creatures, which I just assumed. I don't know why. I just assumed the Deep had he could swim really fast. But now that I think about it, every time he was in the water, he was like kind of riding on the back of an animal, of some type of sea creature. But to see how he went down, it was just like, yo, where the creatures are surrounding him, the sharks are swimming, saying that you're gonna pay for what you did, and he kind of gets impaled by an octopus tentacle. And I imagine it's probably the same way Old Boy died, but just a little more brutal. The way he took out the guy in the studio, I can't think of his name, like doing the guy who did the plays and stuff. But the way the Deep just get taken out right here, just it made you feel sorry for him, man. It really made you feel sorry. Then he just goes to the bottom of the ocean. Even Starlight looking like, what the hell? And then it jumps back to you know, Homelander facing off against Butcher. You even have it where Ryan comes as well. And I don't know why I was really liking this battle because these guys was like really duking it out. Like look at like they're really going at it right now. Homelander trying to escape and just look. It was I don't know, man. I enjoyed the way they handled this fight scene between Homelander and Butcher, like where both of them pretty much was getting in some good licks. And then you got it where Homelander realized that what's her name, Kamiko, she has the power to eliminate him, and then Ryan steps in, and you kind of have it where Homelander realized his son isn't going to be on his side, and just I don't know, like I feel like Ryan, he's doing such a great job at like the way he shows that anger. Like he's a good actor, yo, and he's young, so he can only get better. But the way he shows that animosity towards his father, like yo, I don't want to be nothing like you. This was epic as hell, yo, and just oh man, this was brutal. This was brutal as hell, and him just beating his son like that, but Ryan not giving up, like just keep still pushing, uppercutting his father. There was so many great moments in this fight scene right here. Both of them like pretty much going. He's like, "Yo, come on, I'm gonna start with you, Butcher. Then I'm gonna work my way down the line and wipe out anyone who's not down with me." I don't know. I just really enjoyed this fight. Like, look at this. Oh my god, like 2-on-1. Oh, getting burnt by his son, and he's still going in. I don't know. I really enjoyed the finale to The Boys. Then you got, of course, Kamiko. She's like trying to realize how to use her power, but she's kind of like, yo, she doesn't have the rage. And then you have it where, let me see, you have it where Frenchie comes and talks to Kamiko and tell her like, yo, this power was never about rage. It was about, you know what I'm saying, love and hope. And she uses the ability and she takes away Homelander's power. And then you have it where Butcher begins to like punch him. Like this is crazy because the way he just stooped low after, you know what I'm saying, after everything he's caused, after all the pain he's caused, you even have it where he tells Butcher like, oh man, I'll suck your, you know what I'm saying. But of course, Butcher just beating the hell out of him. And at this point in time, they're just two regular humans because they lost their powers due to Kamiko ability. And you got it where he's just beating the hell out of Homelander. Like this is so brutal. Ah, man, this was brutal. And then you have it where Homelander is pretty much begging for his life, saying, "Yo, I'll do whatever you want, just allow me to live." And then you got it where, you know, what I'm saying he starts talking junk, saying, "I'm the Homelander," because he's on the verge of death. And then you have it where Butcher takes him out, man. This was pretty brutal, man. It was a pretty brutal moment right here when Butcher takes him out and just pretty much like crack his head open. Like I don't, YouTube might take this down, so let me get that off the screen. You have that, and then you have it with Butcher. He pretty much wants to, you know, try to start over with Ryan. Ryan doesn't want to do that, so Ryan leaves. He's like, "Yo, you know, my dad was bad, but you're bad as well. I don't want to start a life with you." And he disappeared. Then you have it where his dog passed away as well, and that's when he pretty much says he has nothing to live for, and he kind of tricks your boy Huey into fighting him to the death. Now, my whole thing is, I feel like, and he has the virus. He's planning on releasing the virus and wiping out all the soups. I don't think he actually set the virus up to release. That's just my opinion. They never confirmed whether he did or not, but I don't think he was going to do that. It was more so him just looking for Huey to take his life. And you have this moment where he's dying right here, and he tells Huey, you know what I'm saying, don't worry about it. You know, I was standing in your way. You had to do it. He wanted to die in this moment. At least that's how I feel about it. Then it just jumps to them at the funeral. They all say their words. You have it where, you know, Huey goes off with Starlight, Mother's Milk. He goes and actually raise Ryan. You got it with Kamiko. She goes about her business. As you can see, Mother Milk right here with his wife reuniting. His daughter's there as well. You also, if you look over, you see Ryan there as well. You have it with Kamiko. She goes to, it looked like Paris, if I'm not mistaken, and she's eating food. And then you have the series pretty much ending with Starlight being pregnant, still doing her hero duties to help save the world. And that's how the episode or the series ends. And it was a good ending if you ask me. I mean, would I like for your boy Butcher to live? Yeah, but he was too far gone. He's too far. He had nothing to live for. But curious to know y'all thoughts on this final episode. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. This was a great one.